Ready, John? Good evening and welcome to the April 15th meeting of the Glenville Town Board. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Please join me in prayer. Today I offer the invocation for our special guest, the Scotia Glenville boys basketball team. Some of you recall the invocation from last year, but it's called an athlete's prayer. Thank you, Lord, for giving me a body which is fit and strong, and for making me able to use it well. In my training, help me never to shrink the discipline which I know that I need and that I ought to accept. When I compete with others, help me win or lose to play fairly. When I do win, keep me from boasting. When I do lose, keep me from making excuses. Keep me from being conceited when I succeed and from being sulky when I fail. And help me always, with goodwill, congratulate a better athlete who beat me. Help me to live that I will always have a healthy body and a healthy mind. We ask this in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Let the record show Councilman Martin is absent. Councilman Pitlavani?
Here.
Councilman Luan?
Here.
Councilwoman Worsbowski? Here. Supervisor Ketzley?
Here, we have a fairly busy agenda tonight. Of course, we have our honored to have with us tonight the Scotia Glenville boys state champions with us tonight. So we'll be doing a recognition ceremony with them very shortly. And we do have a couple add-ons to the agenda, just so everyone's aware. The agenda says 2 add-ons. We have actually 5 add-ons, so 3 additional add-ons, which we were sorting out here earlier this evening, and we'll take those up at the end of the meeting. So, without further ado, we'll start with town council reports on my left with Councilman Luan.
I have none.
Councilwoman Worsbowski.
I have no report this evening.
Councilman Pitlavani.
No report.
We moved right through that. I didn't get any water before I go out there and start shooting baskets. So with that, we'll go right into the recognition ceremony. And there's a few things planned today. And just like last year, we challenged the team to a little shootout. And I understand last year, if you remember, for those of you who were here, I came fairly close to winning that, right? It came down to at least,
Don't
close.
lie. Yeah. Don't lie, guys.
So I want some revenge. We got the same thing we had on the table last time. We'll put $50 to your program on the line if I lose. And don't worry about what you have to give if you win, because I'm not going to lose. Just pay them already. So we're going to do the same thing. The best of 3 shots, okay? We need you guys to pick your best shooter. I see people looking at them already.
They're all looking at Joe.
They're all looking at Joe. You pick your best shooter. I'll get this set up. No, this isn't my hoop that I play with at home. I know. You guys be careful back there. Hey, Al, let me sit on the hoop so you might stand there. We need somebody. It's a little weak. It's a little weak.
What do you want me to be the backstop?
You were a catcher, weren't you?
Yeah, I love your head. I was a wrestler.
No good.
Joe, how tall are you, Joe?
6'4".
6'4", all right. I'm close. I'm 5'7", so. I didn't get all my vitamins when I was raising it. Oh, you're raising it up? I can still dunk.
I can still do
You got no shot tonight.
Do you want to take? You want to get loose or anything? Got to stretch? Okay, you're all right. You're still in playing?
You might want to.
Yeah. All right. We're just gonna take just free throws, right? That's what you're good at.
What's the game?
Whoever makes the most, the best 3, right? 3 out of 3.
Who's going first?
He is. Youth. Youth goes first. All right.
Basketball player.
You want to back up a little bit? All right. There's the opening right there. A lot of pressure there. Oh! I just gotta make two. Now you got me all messed up. All right, here we go. Right.
You guys got nothing to worry about. I call that viewing.
That was pressure.
You can't win with just one. That's someone's life. Straighten that out. That was it. We don't want to have that controversy. All right, here we go. All right, congratulations. Where are you stealing the $50 from?
Out of the budget.
That's right. On a highway.
Yeah. All right, well, for sure.
All right.
I thought you were better.
Last year I was. I got a little older.
A little rusty.
Joe intimidated me. I went against the All-Stars. So, let me just get my coat back.
Cover up those cons.
That's right. We appreciate you coming here tonight and spending some time with us. As I said last year, the town board and the entire town is so proud of all your accomplishments, and particularly your historic accomplishment of winning back-to-back championships. Let's give them a round of applause. Last year, I spent a few minutes just talking a little bit about kind of enjoying the moment, if you recall, for those of you who were here last year, and living in the moment and remembering that, or acknowledging that as you go through life, this is a special time in your life. You'll be accomplishing other things, obviously, as you go through life. You're champions. You're born champions. You're going to succeed in anything you do, clearly. But this is an important time to stop and take a moment, reflect on your accomplishments, and really, really savor them, because before you know it, it'll be over. One thing I do want to acknowledge is we have something in common. It may not be height or athletic ability. I find it interesting. The two teams you had to beat to get to where you are, Spring Valley and Greece Athena. I lived 3 places in my entire life. I was born and raised in Greece. Greece Athena was going to be my high school if I stayed there. I moved to Spring Valley, went to Spring Valley Junior High, and now I'm here in Glendale with you guys. So we travel at least the same path to get where we are today. So we do have something in common. The prayer today, we talked a little bit about having natural ability and natural talent, and that's really something to be thankful for. As proud of you as you've made all of us, it's also something that you need to stop and recognize as well. Your individual talent, but also as a team, how you play together was astonishing. I quoted Marvin Levy last time you were here about enjoying the moment, and this time I want to just share a quote from Mike Singletary, who once said, "The favorite part of his game was the opportunity to play it." So having that opportunity to do what you've done is something that you should make sure that you savor. So before we call up your coach and the principal to say a few words as well, actually, yeah, we'll call them up first and then we'll do the recognition with them up here as well. So why don't we start, if it's okay, with Coach. You want to say a few words, Coach? Sure. Why don't you come on up?
Thanks. I just wanted to thank the town for having us here tonight. It's just fantastic, and I wanted you to know we're going to add that it's karma not to add that last victory Joe just got to our total record. So, we have to get the t-shirts remade, and that is another victory for us. And the thing about, I wanted to thank the parents and these guys. I wanted to say in front of everyone, take time to thank your parents. It is a community effort. It's a family effort to get to this point. It just doesn't happen randomly, and we have great people behind us. And the other person I just want to single, I want to thank Glenn Stapera for the countless hours he's put in with these boys, Coach Stapera, and certainly the help we get from our administration. Mr. Bettenerick's here tonight. And mostly I want to thank the opportunity that these 10 young men have given me and the impact which they yet and will not realize they have made on the community, the school, and the lives of each other. And like you said, savor the moment. They're not even close to understanding the impact of this. And many times, you guys will look back and you'll have this, and it'll just come. It'll be 10 years from now, 12 years from now, 20 years from now, reunions, and that bond is unbreakable. So I just want to take time to thank you guys.
Is it bad that I am sweating profusely after that workout? I think I had a heart attack or something.
Been there.
All right, so now I'd like to ask the principal to come up and say a few words as well. Principal.
I would echo the thoughts of Coach G and what he has said about appreciating your parents. I'm a parent of little guys right now, and it seems like them being in high school is a long way away from me, but I know that most of your parents who are here tonight or those who aren't here would say they probably saw that time go by in a flash as well. But the commitment level of your coaches and your parents and you to spend time from the time you were as big as my kids are right now to today is really admirable, and we know that is what brings about the possibility for something like this to occur. An awful lot of things have to go right in order to repeat as state champions in Class A. It doesn't happen, hasn't happened in Section 2. But part of that is doing the right things all the way through. And the numbers, we've gone on, and you guys know what they are. To win, this senior class won 75 games in 3 years, sophomores, juniors, seniors, and only lost 2 games in that stretch of time, which is really remarkable. And lots of other records along the way, but I think what was most satisfying to me as the principal and person who got to just be along for the ride and see how it affected our community and our school, what was satisfying was to see the way that you did it, the way that you shared the ball amongst yourselves as a team on the floor, and then the way you shared the experience with your classmates and the people who were in the school. Because I had a front row seat to be able to watch when you won games and when you won tournaments and things, the way you shared it with the rest of the school community. There's another 850, almost 900 students in that school, and they were able to be along for it with you, which was extremely important, and it's been very important to our community. The effects that you don't even know about just by bringing us together. And as the supervisor mentioned in the opening invocation, the athlete's prayer talks about not making excuses and being able to walk off the field or the court at the end of the day and shake the hand of the opponent that beat you. And you guys were able to demonstrate that. You could do that as well. So I commend you for that. I thank you for what you've done for the school and for the community. Thank you for this opportunity.
We have proclamations for you, and we'll be calling you up one by one. I'll ask if the coach and the principal would like to stand up here as well. And we'll take a picture at the town board after everyone gets up here and has their proclamation. I'll leave you with one more thing. Again, on behalf of the town board, the residents of town of Glenville, congratulations. The great Herb Brooks, I think if you all know, Miracle on Ice, 1980s head coach, 1980 men's hockey coach once told his team, "You were born to be a player. You were meant to be here. This moment is yours." So congratulations. We're glad you're sharing it with us, and we're very proud of you. Let's give him one more round of applause. So the proclamation is fairly long. It's 2 pages. I won't read it all, but it does talk about your undefeated 26-0 season and the historic 2014-15 season that ended with a public high school Class A New York State championship by defeating Greece Athena 54-49. And it also talks about you being the first team in Section 2 history to become consecutive winners of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Championship, and talked about how you achieved winning a winning streak of 53 consecutive wins, which is believed to be another all-time area boys best. And talks about how the team has brought distinction and honor to their community through the excellence in demeanor, both on and off the basketball court. It ends with, "Now therefore, by the power vested in the office of Supervisor of the Town of Glenville, I, Christopher A. Ketzley, do proclaim the month of April 2015 as the Scotia Glenville Tartans Boys Basketball Month throughout the Town of Glenville." So congratulations. The first proclamation goes to Joe Ullman. Proclamations say the same thing. So. Next one, Dan Clune. Christian Corker. Diamond Corker. I'm going to save that one. Sean DeGraff Enreed. Trevor Martin. Is anybody under 6 foot in this team? Mike Paleshi. Reese Tenike. Make sure I get this right. So the next player was named to the Gazette All-Area First Team, Joe Stapora. Scott Stapora, sorry. Stapara, sorry. And the last player yet to honor, although, are you on the team too?
Yes.
You have it.
Do I have it?
Yeah.
Manager, okay, I got you. This next player earned the distinction this year of not only being named to the Gazette All-Star All-Area First Team, he was also named to the Times Union All-Star First Team and the Times Union Athlete of the Year. Please congratulate Joe Freeman. And manager Jonathan Shearer. We also have proclamations for the coaches, head coach James Gimate.
Oh.
All right, all year. It's okay, if you guys can say my name, then we'll be Coach K, we call you. And assistant coaches, Mark Mortensen.
Not here.
Not here tonight, okay, well, you guys can take it to him. And the last one, Michael Roush, not here. Oh, no, and then one more. Have a chance to make it up. Glenn Stapara. All right, if you guys can bring it in, we're going to bring the town board down. So some of you
Two
take
rows.
a knee.
You guys know how to do it. John? Let's go grab a knee, Christian. Front row, Shawnee, front row.
We'll be in touch. Now, before we get the privilege of the floor, so I'll open the public hearing. First public hearing is to hear all those interested in being heard regarding the transfer of permanent utility easement to Niagara Mohawk Power Company, also known as National Grid, in the portion of Melwick Park, subject to permissive referendum. Public hearing is now open. Anyone wish to be heard on that matter? Going once, going twice. Again, it's regarding the proposed transfer of utility easement to National Grid in Melwick Park. Seeing none, public hearing is now closed. Next public hearing we'll open is to hear all those interested, all those wish to be heard regarding a proposed local law imposing a temporary moratorium on permits for adult uses in research, development, and technology zone districts, and on permits for pawn shops, thrift stores, secondhand dealers, vape shops, and massage parlors in general business. We'll now open that public hearing. Anyone wish to be heard on that matter? Going once, going twice. Anyone wish to be heard on the matter regarding the moratorium? That public hearing is closed. Privilege of the floor. We'll start with anyone who signed up. Nobody has signed up. Does anyone wish to be heard at privilege of the floor? We are moving quickly. Privilege of the floor is now closed. Supervisors' comments to the board will not be tonight. We will not have a supervisor's comments to the board, so we'll move right through that and right into resolutions. First resolution, Resolution 10, establishing a law, establishing a new town grant program regarding the Ready Fund. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? I think for point of purpose, just so everyone knows what the resolution says, we have, the town board put in the budget $40,000 in appropriations to the Ready Fund, which is the Revitalization Economic Development Investment Fund. And one of the purposes of Ready is to support local business and retention, and particularly related to our 2015 strategic plan. That is one of our town goals. The budget of $40,000, this resolution wishes to earmark $25,000 to fund new grant programs called the Business Enhancement Grant Program. The purpose of this program is to assist local businesses in funding cosmetic and site beautification elements in the broader goal, with the broader goal of improving the overall appearance of town businesses and the community. The Business Enhancement Program has certain guidelines on matching for what it's eligible for, but this essentially would set aside the $25,000 for enhancement and beautification purposes to town businesses. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Goulart?
Yes.
Councilwoman Worzbowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, Resolution 11, adopting local law 1 of 2015 regarding a temporary moratorium on permits for adult uses. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Just for point of discussion, I know the resolution is fairly lengthy, but this would essentially impose the moratorium on programs that businesses that we talked about earlier, which include adult businesses in research, development, and technology, as well as pawn shops, thrift stores, secondhand dealers, vapor shops, massage parlors, and general business. I've had some calls on this and some questions on this. This really is meant, this moratorium is meant to give the town some time to study this and get this right. We want to study all of this as one, at one time, so that we're not doing things piecemeal on Freeman's Bridge Road. But in relation to having the comp plan rewrite that should be done by the end of the year, this should be dealt with in the comprehensive plan. And so this gives the town an opportunity to deal with it correctly in the comp plan rewrite process without imposing anything permanent right now from the town board. So the moratorium is basically hitting the brakes, allowing us to take some time to see exactly how we want Freeman's Bridge Road to be reshaped into the future. This does not have anything to do with the zone changes as far as going to general business, where we want to move to general business. We'll be taking that up shortly. But it does at least protect the town against these types of businesses while the town is working on a comprehensive approach. Any questions or comments on that?
Mr. Supervisor, I have a comment. Not only is this moratorium allowing us time to look at businesses that can come into this area based on other, the casino or whatever else is happening, but it also allows us the ability to protect the existing businesses that have been in the town of Glenville operating on Freeman's Bridge Road for 10, 15, 30, 50 years that could be affected by anything that we go by. So I just think that should have been mentioned also.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Boulan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 12, resolution authorizing a transfer of permanent utility easement to National Grid. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this is a resolution authorizing the transfer of a permanent utility easement to Niagara Mohawk Power Corporation, National Grid, beginning at a point at the intersection of Melville Park Road with the proposed Intro Park Road shown on the map in a generally northwesterly direction with a lot of different dimensions in here along the Mohawk River. National Grid intends to construct such permanent easement, an electrical power transmission line to replace an existing line that is needed to replace, much needed electrical power to Melville Park.
Excellent. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Boulan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 13, awarding a contract to perform the New York State Route 50 wastewater engineering feasibility study. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Just as a point of conversation, we obviously, as you all know, received a $30,000 grant from the state of New York through the New York State Clean Water Revolving Fund as part of the CFA last year. We put in an application to help us pay for the study for bringing sewers up Route 50 from town center up to the town line. We went through a process of selecting an engineer for that. We are recommending, the staff has recommended Delaware Engineering as the engineer firm most qualified to perform the engineering study. We do have someone from Delaware here today. Stephanie Veters here. We'll be working with Stephanie and your colleague, Mary Beth. Going forward, we're looking forward. How long do you think the study will take, roughly? I put you on the spot.
You did. I don't think it will take long. It will be a swift process once we get going. We've been excited to start the project, and now this is the green light, and that's why I'm here, and we're excited to get going.
Thank you very much. So this resolution allows us to engage with Delaware regarding the feasibility study. Do you have any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Boulan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 14, declaring a number of cars, trucks, and whatnot as surplus. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this resolution deals with a number of cars, trucks, pieces of machinery, power tools, and other items that are either damaged, obsolete, or otherwise no longer needed by any town department. They have been deemed surplus property of the town by the Commissioner of Public Works. There is an extensive list attached. All of these will be put, declared surplus, and we're basically authorizing the Commissioner of Public Works and Town Comptroller to dispose of any of these items by a government auction, with any items unsold at auction to be disposed of in the most cost-effective manner.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Catalani?
Yes.
Councilman Blunt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 15, approving the town department monthly reports for March. Do I have a motion?
So
Do
moved.
I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
No, not really.
Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Catalani?
Yes.
Councilman Blunt?
Yep.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 16, approving the town board minutes for April 1st, 2015. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any changes, deletions, comments, questions? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Catalani?
Yes.
Councilman Blunt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. We'll skip new business now and do our 5 add-ons. We'll start with add-on resolution number 1, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement with CSEA. Do I have a motion?
So
Do
moved.
I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, the Town of Glenville and the Civil Service Employees Association Town Hall Unit are parties to a collective bargaining agreement for a term expiring December 31st, 2012. The CSEA filed an improper practice charge with the New York State Public Employee Benefits Relations Board regarding the alleged unilateral assignment of bargaining unit work of the unit title of Engineer Technician 2. The New York State Public Employee Relations Board has scheduled this matter a conference with the Administration of Law Judge. The parties desired to come to an agreement which would avoid the expense and uncertain outcome of a per proceeding. Therefore, be resolved that the Town Board of Glenville hereby authorize the supervisor to enter into an attached memorandum of agreement with the CSEA resolving the improper practice charge pending.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Catalani?
Yes.
Councilman Blunt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, add-on resolution 2, appointing Timothy Gaffney to member of the ZBA. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this resolution is in connection with the vacancy that currently exists on the Town of Glenville Zoning Board of Appeals. The town law provides that in the event of such a vacancy, the town board is empowered to appoint a town resident to serve the remainder of the unexpired term. The town board recently appointed a search committee to review resumes and interview candidates for the recent vacancy on the town board, identified certain candidates that would serve the town well in other capacities. The search committee has recommended Timothy J. Gaffney to fill this vacancy on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Mr. Gaffney has expressed his interest and willingness to serve as a member of the ZBA. This resolution would then appoint Timothy J. Gaffney, 18 Mayfair Drive, to the position of member of the Town of Glenville Zoning Board of Appeals for a term of office commencing April 15, 2014 and ending December 31st, 2016.
Excellent. Any questions or comments on that?
I would just like to thank Tim very much for your continued interest to serve the town. I know you've been coming to quite a few meetings, and your interest and knowledge is great, and your input was great when we interviewed you. And thank you very much for stepping up in this capacity.
No, thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.
Looking forward to working with you.
Same here. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Catalani?
Yes.
Councilman Blunt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Ketzley?
Yes, resolution passes.
Congratulations, Tim.
Yes, thank you.
We now get to the 3 additional add-ons that are not on the agenda. So the first one, they're really a series of resolutions dealing with the same issue, essentially. This resolution is the first resolution, resolution add-on number 3, is a resolution that authorizes the town supervisor to enter into an agreement with Solomon Energy for solar planning and implementation services with respect to the town landfill site for a term not to exceed 3 years at no initial cost to the town. So this is for those at the work session. We talked about the solar opportunity at the town landfill. We have not yet secured a contract that we're comfortable with, but we do have, the reason why these 3 resolutions are on here is we do have a date of May 1st right now is when the offer expires. So these 3 resolutions will give me the authorization to sign these agreements, any one of them, If the terms and consultation with the town attorney and with the town comptroller make sense, then we'll do this and be able to execute this before May 1st, since our next board meeting is not till May 6th. So essentially, it gives me the authorization and consultation with the attorney and comptroller regarding the agreement. Do I have a motion?
So,
Yeah, that was a long explanation. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Blount?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Add-on resolution 14 is similar. It also authorizes the town supervisor to issue an RFP with Solomon Energy for a purchase power agreement to utilize a portion of the town landfill site if we do go with that site. So this is on the power purchase agreement piece. Do I have a motion?
that'd be add-on 4, correct?
Add-on 4, right?
14.
14, well, it feels like 14. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Move second, all right, I think we got a vote already. Any other questions or comments on it? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Blount?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Last resolution, resolution add-on number 5. This one would authorize the town supervisor to issue an RFP with Solomon Energy for a solar project lease for a portion of the town landfill for initial term not to exceed 20 years. Same conditions as the other ones we talked about. Just again, an agreement with Solomon if we get to it, that it makes sense for the town. Do I have a motion?
So
Do
moved.
I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second, any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Blount?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Last item on the agenda is new business, and we'll start with, on my left, with Councilman Blount.
Just tomorrow night from 5:30 to 7 at the Water's Edge Lighthouse is the Gundel Expo business meeting. Hope everybody can attend.
Councilman Wozzachowski.
I have no new business.
Councilman Pittavani.
No new business.
Okay, and I have no new business either, so take a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
We're adjourned.